We're live. Can you hear us, everybody?
We're live.
Hello, humans. We're not going to curse the first 30 seconds so we can get on that algorithm, baby. Welcome to Guys We Hug. This is a live episode where you can call or text us your questions.
We're doing it in the afternoon. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at us. 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eric is in the studio with us.
Eric Freddy.
Hi, guys.
And the number to call or text is 917-300-0833. You could call us, you could text us. Those are the only two options. And you can watch us. And you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel to be able to comment. So if you're not subscribed, just subscribe. What the fuck? What the hell? I mean, don't kill me, YouTube. We got a text. This isn't a relationship question, but I'm a 31-year-old woman going back to school for a Bachelor of Fine Arts. I've already been working within the arts organization for the past 3 years, and this degree will only further my career as well as my own creative process. Good for you, girl. As two successful artists, is there any advice you would give your younger self while in school for the arts? Signed, a Canadian fucker. God, it's been so long since I've been in school. Have fun and be creative every day and kind of give yourself deadlines to force yourself. Did you say what your art was? I don't know what your art is. Yeah. I don't know what your art is, but if it's something you can do every day, do it. Like with stand-up comedy, you just have to like do it every day, and then scientifically you get better.
Yeah. I mean, when I was in art school, that was like 4 of the best years of my life. I was interning. I would say maybe that's like, it's not a note to my young self because I fucking nailed it. But just like take advantage of the opportunities, create opportunities for yourself, try to network, because what's actually going to be even more, for me personally, what was even better than working on my art was the relationships that I created. Basically everyone I met later in life in New York City, someone from every single internship and early opportunity I had, I came across so many of them later. And so like, make sure like the work that you do as a young person, you think, I can make mistakes now. I mean, you can make mistakes, but like work your hardest, because that work is going to be remembered and you're going to continuously run into the same people again and again.
Someone said, would you mind turning the volume up? You are hard to hear.
I already did.
Oh, okay.
So that's fixed.
Okay,
people are saying it's coming through dark, so let me just
Oh,
make one
okay.
change.
It's trial and error, you know? It's Eric's first day. He's already switched the cameras out. Oh, yeah, do we need lights? Those over here? I'm going to call this person.
Hello.
Hi, what's up? You're live with Corinne and Krystyna on Guys We Fucked. What's your name? What can we do you for?
Awesome. Yeah, so I actually had more of a friendship question.
Okay.
So I have been friends with these, I guess, women now for about 10 years. And, you know, I understand that growing apart is completely normal. We're in our mid-20s, so we've been friends since high school. But it's a little bit more than that. They have these really high expectations just for people in general. And I feel that the way they're asking me to show up for them is unrealistic, but also just like not my love language at all.
Can you give me an example?
And so I don't really know how to do. So one of the friends, she goes to school about 2 or 3 hours away, and she's about to graduate in the next few months, and she's asking if we can go to her graduation ceremony, this other ceremony, like for her research symposium, and just like all these things. It's about 3 or 4 different things, like all through different weekends, and I just feel that that's asking a bit much, which...
Would she get pissed?
Thinking about it is like maybe. Sorry?
Would she get mad if you didn't go to all this? Like, she expects you to actually show up to all of these engagements?
Yeah. And so that's the thing, is that like even the way that this is being communicated over text. So it's a group of 3 of us, and the one friend is just responding saying, yes, of course we'll be there. And just reaffirming like, yes, of course. And I'm just here saying like, I'm actually not responding to any of these messages. And this is like very presumptuous to say like, of course we will show up.
Yeah, because you have your own
when I
schedule and your
haven't
own life.
Right, exactly. I don't work a traditional 9 to 5 job, and they kind of both do. One of them is a 9 to 5 full time. The other one, she's in school. I'm traditionally like weekends, evenings, things like that. And so I just feel like that has its own set of like communication issues, just with, assuming people are free on weekends, assuming
Yeah.
people are free in evenings for happy hours. And it's just very frustrating, I think, because I don't want to come off as being like explosive, but at the same time, it just feels like there's these expectations that I don't want to uphold or
Yeah.
even entertain the idea of upholding anymore.
Yeah. Do you like them?
Honestly, it's kind of sounding like I don't.
Yeah.
If we're being frank here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
so
you
you
might
can-
you might be over them.
Yeah, I mean, it
That
also
happens.
sounds like, but the thing is, that happens between high school and 20s is you're gonna find out some of your people, friends, especially friends who were fun in high school, turn into boring adults, and you don't mesh anymore, and they are gonna live more traditional lives. Which I hate to say traditional is boring. To me, it is boring. But you're also like, you want some traditional people in your life. You don't want all fucking maniacs. But yeah, it just seems like they're gonna do traditional things. They're gonna have baby showers and weddings and bridal parties and go to their husband's Christmas work party. And like, that's the way most people, I would say, live their lives. And if you don't want to live your life that way, you're probably not going to have to, you can't really associate with these people anymore unless they accept you for who you are, which
they
some
should.
really good friends will. I certainly have friends who live traditional lives who, I'm the wacky friend who they know isn't available as much, but we come together when it is appropriate, and they never get angry at me for being myself. And I love that they are living the life that they want to lead, and we are both accepting of each other's lifestyles.
Yeah, that's the friends that should be in your life. And if these people aren't like that, you gotta just let them know. But is it accurate to assume that you're kind of over this friendship?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm okay to like still have them in some capacity, in the sense that like we do still really make each other laugh. But they have these like expectations of like we still divulge everything to each other. And just like, just something I guess I'm kind of like not down for, so to say.
And if they're true friends, you should be able to communicate that to them, and they should go, okay, cool. Like however you want to be involved and however you want to like show up to our stuff, like we'll take you when we can get you, and not criticize you or leave you feeling guilty or like you're not putting in effort. Like a friendship shouldn't. Yes, friendships take effort, and you want to exert effort to like make sure the person knows you care. But like having an expectation that your friend should be attending certain events is very unfair.
Yeah, there's also kind of these kind of people who kind of get stunted around high school. And so because of that, they won't acquire new friends as they move on in life, whereas you probably will. And so that's why they are holding on so dearly to your relationship, because they're not going to get any new friends. They're probably going to get married, and that's going to be their best friend.
Oof.
Like that's most people. So yeah.
Yeah. Have you talked to them about any of this?
Right. Yeah, so not to sound like completely unhinged, but this is actually kind of funny, is that on a whim, actually on Valentine's Day, I was with a couple of what I call my adult friends, like friends I have met as an adult. They see me like as I am now. And we came across a psychic, and we were just like, this sounds like something to do.
Yeah.
Whether it's a disaster or whether it's like a great old time. And the psychic was phenomenal. Like she called everything as it was. She totally, saw us each individually, but she definitely saw us as we were. And something she said to me was that I have a group of friends that I need to let go, that they're not servicing me anymore as a person, and that they have just very toxic energy that I need to get out of my life.
Yeah. And
so I had mentioned to them, very much like watered down. I didn't want to be this harsh, but
a psychic told me you
like,
were toxic.
Yeah, I thought it's yeah, I was like, I saw this psychic and she had a lot to say, specifically about my friendship. And so that was, Valentine's Day. So about 2 weeks ago, coming up on 3 weeks already, but we haven't really had a chance to get together and talk. There's been some texting back and forth, but
Wait,
at
did
the
you
same
really
time,
say
not
that?
a
Did you
lot.
really say the psychic thing to those people? You really said that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
So you have to take responsibility for your
Yeah,
feelings more.
It's a cop out.
Yeah, just because the psychic said it, but the reason why it was so powerful was because she confirmed something that you already felt. So you have to take ownership of it and go, hey, this friendship, and you can be blunt without being disrespectful. This friendship isn't working for me anymore. I know people grow apart and it's kind of tough for me to leave this friendship because we've been together since we were 15. We were little babies and you guys mean a lot to me, but you don't fit into my life right now. They can't get mad at you for feeling a certain way.
Yeah, they were asking if what she had said resonated with me. And I was like, yeah, it actually really does, because I feel that even our communication style is off. None of us, it feels like we're not hearing each other or we're not listening to each other. And so I do identify with what she said, and I would like to talk about it. But at the same time, we just haven't had a chance to. And so I'm kind of just how do I communicate to them? Sure, we can continue the friendship, but it's not in the extent that you guys are expecting, essentially.
Just like that.
Say those exact words. That was very clear. That wasn't rude. It wasn't offensive. It was communicating what you wanted to without watering it down, and it was taking onus of how you feel.
You can just say your expectations of me. Take ownership of it. Your expectations of me at this time in my life are too high. We're not in high school anymore. I have to work. I have all these things I'm pursuing. I can't be around for several weekends, and I don't want to have to endure hostility if I'm not available.
Yeah. Because that's very fair of you to say. You're not asking for anything crazy.
Okay.
It's not a comfortable conversation to have, but it'll make you a better person for it, I guarantee.
Yeah, or you can just ghost them.
Yeah, it is very uncomfortable. And I think one of the friends tends to just she has a way of almost shaming people when they don't live up to her expectations.
That's her thing, though. Why is that affecting you? Why is that affecting you?
You would only feel shame if you allowed her to make you feel shame. So, and that sucks. And also that kind of vibe, a friend shaming you, fuck that shit. You don't want any part of that. That's not a friendship. Might as well start talking to my mom again if I wanted that. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
And you make sure you don't live in fear of their reaction to you, because the reality is their reaction to you doesn't matter, because that's their problem. Yeah. They suck.
Yeah, I can't really let this drag on anymore.
Yeah.
It has been feeling like it's been bottling up for at least a year, but maybe even longer, maybe 2 years, as far back as I can think.
You owe it to yourself to be honest with them and then leave that friendship.
Yeah. Well, yeah, thank you so much. This was really helpful.
Yeah, thank you and good luck. Thanks for calling in. Oh, I used to have a friend that stressed me out like that. Did not like it.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't have to be friends with people forever. I don't know why people got this in their heads.
I just listened to the bonus episode and I'm in a similar situation as Krystyna, except my boyfriend wants to have sex way more than me. Oh, darn. I feel so bad for you. Well, let's call you. I'm going to call you and ask you why you want to fuck him.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Damn, she rejected you.
Cool.
That was really funny, actually.
Yeah. Guys, 917-300-0833.
Go to the bathroom at your place of work.
Yeah. Or don't. Just say fuck it and have a conversation.
Just call
with
from
us.
your desk.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Eric, anything that you need to work through right now?
Yeah, do you need advice on anything?
Do I need advice on anything?
Spiritual, friendship-wise, romance, sex,
career. Gender identity, body dysphoria.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Everything's going perfect for her.
I need a better work-life balance.
A better work-life balance. Well,
we'll
that seems like that's on you. You just take on
Press 1 to
a ton
start
of
the
stuff.
call or 2 to decline. The call will start at the beep.
Hi, you're live on Guys We Fucked. What's your name? How can we help you?
Hey, you just called me, but it went straight to voicemail.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. So so you texted us saying that your boyfriend wants to fuck you more than you want to fuck him. Why don't you want to fuck him? Honestly, why don't you? Like, what's going through your head when you think about
Honestly,
it?
well, it's a little different of a situation because I had surgery in November
Oh.
and I had like a tummy tuck. So like for the first 2 months, you can't even be touched.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
And
You
I
can't
didn't.
lift.
When I booked the surgery, I was single, and then
Oh.
I ended
Wow,
up
surgery
being
works
with him
fast.
now.
Jesus Christ. You got your return on your investment already.
Damn.
Wait,
And it
so
was not cheap.
he knows. So wait, how much longer do you have for recovery?
Well, the recovery itself is like a year.
Oh shit.
But so like now they're like, oh, after 6 weeks you can like do whatever. Basically, just don't like do anything like don't do like fucking
Don't go. Yeah. Don't
wild
do
sex
tricks.
positions, basically.
Yeah.
But I'm so uncomfortable. Like I don't want to be touched, and like I'll not cave, but like I'll like let it happen like once or twice a week.
Totally.
But
Well,
like
that's
then
nice.
he'll just like keep like anytime we're together, he's like trying to start something, and I feel so bad like
Yeah.
not being into it because
How did you
A
start a
people touch me.
relationship though with this like kind of muted sexual dynamic? You're adults,
well,
right?
we met in July.
Okay.
Yeah, we're both 30. We
Okay.
met in July, and he knew of my surgery before.
Okay.
But I think he has it in his head like, oh, your stomach, like your stitches are gone, like you can talk.
Right.
Does he? Have you
But like he
communicated to
expects
him?
the dynamic in me to feel.
Right. Have you communicated to him like it's not that I don't want to fuck you. It's not that I'm not attracted to you. It's that my stomach is still physically recovering, and that dent on how I feel physically in my body right now is affecting my sexuality, and you just gotta be respectful of that. Have you said that?
Yeah, we've talked about it, and then he's like, yeah, I feel like it's like I don't remember the word that he said, but yeah, it's like very much of a disconnect between us, and we're both aware of it. But there's also like the factor before, because I ended up getting blood clots,
Oh shit.
and I ended up getting a pulmonary embolism,
Oh shit.
which is a blood clot in your lungs,
yeah.
Yeah.
which
Well, I'm
can
glad you have a
kill
good sense
you.
of humor
So
about it.
now,
Yeah.
yeah. And now I can't, like, I got it because I was still on birth control after the surgery, and no
Oh.
one fucking told me to get off of it because it can cause blood clots.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, America.
But now, so I can't be on birth control, and if I'm on blood thinners for the next year also, so that kind of like delays the healing process.
How much do
Because
you love
if
this
I get
guy?
pregnant,
I know. That's what I was asking. How
Like,
much do
can
you
you
like
just
this
not be
guy?
in a
can't be-
relationship
yeah.
until you're done with this recovery? That might be worth it.
I don't think I can break up with him until I'm recovered.
Like, because then you won't have
I
anybody.
don't know.
You don't, because the thing is, like, he is not wrong to want to have sex all the time in
Yeah.
this new budding relationship.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you're not wrong,
absolutely.
but you're not wrong for not wanting to have it because you've had all these medical issues. Like, of course you're not going to want to have it. And he needs to fucking respect that. And, you know, I'm sure hopefully he's doing the best he can, which is respecting that. It shouldn't be that hard. But at the same time, like, this is a weird
Yeah.
foot to start on a relationship. Like, would you consider
Be like, could you like be
Starting when you're
friends or
done?
something? Like, you be friends and like let him fuck other people until you're healed? Because I agree. Like, it seems like it's a very bad way to start, an almost impossible way to start
Yeah.
a relationship. Like, the only way this would work with the not fucking is like if it was something hot and steamy, like one of you was incarcerated, like, and you were writing letters to each other. Other than that, as adults who have already had sex, who aren't saving themselves for marriage or something like that, I don't see how in the beginning of a relationship you cannot fuck. But also, yes, of course, you have to make sure you take care of your health. So, like, if you just maintain some kind of a friendship, because otherwise it's just going to build resentment, and then it's going to be done for
Yeah.
good.
What's
Yeah, I was kind of, when I was listening to the bonus episode, when Krystyna was like, if we're not going to fuck, I don't even want to see you.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my thing. I'm kind of like, maybe we shouldn't see each other as often because we see each other like 5 times a week.
Okay,
to be
yes.
honest.
So that is correct. You should not see each
That's
other as
too mu-
often.
that's
But the
too
thing
much,
is, when you do
period.
see each other, even if you see each other once a week, you're gonna want to fuck, and it's like you have to take care of your body. Like, you have to first things first.
No, yeah, once it's fine.
Okay.
Once it's fine. My thing is, I feel like now sex is so stigmatized in a way for me personally, or like it's like hard because my doctor said I can't be on birth control, and if I get pregnant, like first of all, I don't want to mess with my tummy tuck, but then also because of the blood thinners, the baby's gonna come out like super fucked up.
How about condoms?
Condoms
And
or spermicidal lubricant?
no, yes, condoms. No, yeah, of course condoms. But like, I feel like the more you're having sex, even with condoms, you're kind of like pushing your luck.
Not if you're putting on I mean, condoms don't break that often if you're putting them on correctly. And as long as you have access to plan B, if you're comfortable using that, it shouldn't really be an issue. Like lots of people just have sex with condoms.
I think I just have like a lot of like anxiety with my health right now.
Yeah, and that's
Because even
rightfully
with my
so.
doctor, I was like, can I just get an abortion if I get pregnant? And I don't think he was cool with that because he was like,
Well, that's
that's why I asked you if you're using condoms. And I was like, yeah, I'm using condoms, but like accidents happen or whatever. So could I get an abortion? He's like, oh yeah, we can take care of that, but like you're on blood thinners, so you'll probably bleed a lot.
Okay.
And like that's it makes it like riskier or whatever.
You're basically being set up emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically to not have sex for a while. Like you got to lay low. So I would start with the once a week. And not maybe seeing him twice a week, and only one of those times you have sex. Maybe do it the second time you see him, so you have something to look forward to. But yeah, you want to make sure that you're not compromising your health. And also, if I had that much anxiety,
try to get him used to that lesser schedule.
yeah. And the thing is, though, you can't go wrong seeing each other less because it's a win-win situation. Like you're gonna want because you're gonna be super excited to see each other when you do. I know you don't want to do
I think we got so used to seeing each other so often, and then it's kind of become, because I live on my own and he doesn't. So he's kind of like, we're like, oh yeah, we'll see each other only once or twice a week. And then it'll be like not a day we're supposed to see each other. And he's like, hey, what are you doing? Can I come over?
And then you say
and
no.
I have a really hard time saying no.
Okay, so here's your homework assignment. You got to say no. Yeah, you got to say no.
He's bored and doesn't like his living situation, so he's using your apartment as like a hang spot.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
That's a whole different issue.
So wait, your reaction says a lot.
Yeah.
You have to say no. What's he going to do? He's not going to go, but I wanna. And if he does, all right, move on. Yeah, no, say no. Because also, too, if he
seems like he needs to spend time getting a better job so he doesn't have roommates.
Exactly. And if he's not going to respect your no, you're going to learn something very important about this man that you're going to want to keep in mind for when you dump him. But, we don't know that yet. So say no. Practice saying no. This is low stakes. This is good. It's a lesson that will behoove you to do for the rest. The rest of your life will be better if you could get comfortable saying no now. So you could say no to your boyfriend that wants to fuck you while you're recovering from surgery.
You could give him food.
And if he's a good person, then he'll respect it, and then we'll stay together anyways.
Exactly. Let him show you who he is throughout this. Sorry, Eric has something to say too.
Oh, I was just gonna say you could give him food poisoning.
Eric said you can give him food poisoning.
And then when he's like in the heart of the food poisoning.
Wait, what did he say? Because it was breaking up.
Yeah, wait, say it to me, Eric, and I'll repeat it to her.
Give him food poisoning.
Okay.
And then when he's in the heart of having food poisoning, be like, hey, you wanna fuck?
Oh, teach him a lesson.
So he's saying give your boyfriend food poisoning on purpose and then try to fuck him when he's throwing up and go, oh, it sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I like that you took this from personal experience.
Does your boyfriend like things up his butt?
No.
Okay, well maybe he will if you ask
Nor
him.
Do I like guys' asses.
Oh, okay. Well, if you don't like it, then no. I'm basically trying to if you put him in an uncomfortable situation morally, that's okay, that you feel good about, and then him not wanting to do it and then going, see, now you know how it feels. But you know what? The adult thing here is just to say no to him. He cannot see you more than 2 times a week or whatever number you decide.
5 times is so much too. You have to
your own life.
You have to build up to that. Like if you ultimately live together, to see each other 5 times a week now, you're going to get sick of this person. That's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, we were so hot and heavy over the summer, and we were even having sex multiple times in a night. So I understand the change is hard for him, but also it's circumstantial. If we're together for a long time, it's just such a small blip in our relationship.
Exactly, and if he's gonna be your ride or die, he's gonna have to handle this situation well,
like an adult.
So allow him to show you who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see how no goes then.
You got this.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
I feel like everyone today wants a magic solution, and we're giving really realistic solutions, and they're like, "Oh, that's not. I didn't want to do that." Well, that's how you have to do it.
Yeah,
we're not magicians.
Yeah, and you know that's what you have to do.
Yeah,
you just got to hear it from somebody. It does help. Hi, my name's Jen. I wanted to ask for advice about my boyfriend and his girl best friend, who just so happens to be his ex of 3 years' sister. His ex's sister. Oh.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. The sister has a record of sleeping with or kissing the ex's leftovers, so I'm obviously concerned. Well, if he cheats, that's his problem, not this girl's. But my boyfriend is literally the best boyfriend I've had.
That's the theme of every email and every text we get.
No, it really is.
So weird.
What's up with that, everybody? My boyfriend is literally the best boyfriend I've had, and I don't see any red flag behaviors. I just can't get myself to trust this best friend. You're going to have to choose to trust the situation. And then what's worst case scenario? He cheats on you because he's fucking this woman. You find out, you break up, you move on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There you go.
That's a little life lesson.
Yeah.
And you learn something new about your gut.
The theme of today is just people concerning themselves with everyone but their partner. You okay over there, Eric? Your back hurting?
No, I just put a Zin in.
What's a Zin?
Yeah, okay, so there's Zin everywhere. Can you talk about this?
What's a Zin, young man?
What, did Ryan Long get you addicted to this?
No, I tried this Irish guy who we met in Ireland. He had
Oh,
these.
that's good. Known for their lack of addiction over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Super grounded.
No,
and
but
loves water.
I'm using these to get off Adderall.
Oh, Eric.
What is Zin?
It's like it's just nicotine in like a pouch
How does that help you get off Adderall?
because I need to stay awake.
It
like
buzzes. It gives you buzz. Just to put it into perspective, to Krystyna, I walked into Gas Digital yesterday and there was a light up case of Zin, and I go, this is down. This is a downward spiral right here. It was literally like a lit machine with Zins in it, like you would have in a bodega.
So it's companies trying to get you hooked on tobacco for the rest of your life.
Correct.
Yeah, it's nicotine.
Just smoke a cigarette like a goddamn man, Eric.
Yeah.
No, I just like it because it keeps me awake an extra few hours a day.
Yeah, Eric.
Wow,
Eric is
nicotine?
overworked and we're contributing to it.
Well, like many situations that you don't want to be in, he chose to be part of this.
Eric's hand is shaking as he's using the mouse right now.
Give me that Zin.
Can see it over from here.
Yeah.
So it's just tobacco, and it was like a mint with tobacco in it.
No, it's not tobacco. It's just like a pouch of nicotine extract
Oh,
that has.
So he's
just
gonna
put
give
it in your
himself
lip.
mouth cancer.
sick.
Yeah, exactly. Although I do follow this guy on Instagram. I forget what it is.
Oh,
Shout out.
yeah.
his
Does he work
thing,
for
but-
Zin?
No, he doesn't. But he just tests random things, and I saw him test it, and it doesn't have anything in it besides
Oh, well, then
nicotine
it's-
and limonene.
Then it's safe.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
He
okay.
basically did a scientific experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the reel of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, you're in the clear then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, it's fun. I think it's better than Adderall though.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, probably is.
Yeah.
Good on you for getting off Adderall. That ain't easy. Guys, call us or text us 917-300-0833. How's the chat doing in the YouTube?
It's a
Anybody?
lot of one person from the last few messages.
What are they saying?
That's scary.
Yeah.
So who loves carrots? Call it a hunch. It's very schizophrenic.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All
You
right.
okay, dude? I'm assuming you're a man.
Lemon water is the best.
Mm.
Where's me bunker? Ask me later. All right, I'm gonna stop reading these because he just keeps.
Where's me bunker, matey?
Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah, if you want to call us, you can.
Yeah,
I'll
again.
just start calling people.
Yeah.
I probably won't do that, but you
Well,
know,
because we're trying it afternoon time, which we never, ever do. So
yeah.
obviously. Wait, do we have any more emails from that last episode?
I don't think so.
Call
No.
Union Station and see whoever picks up.
What's
Say
Union
if-
Station?
It's called a different thing here. Union Station's the train station in Chicago. I forgot that there's a different. I'm not in.
You want us to call train station?
I forgot that I wasn't there.
Eric. What would we say to the train station?
Eric, that's Zin.
Yeah, it's
You gotta get off that Zin, baby boy. That's getting you ahead.
You gotta get off the Zin, Eric.
How many Zin tablets do you take in a day?
Probably like 3 to 4.
Okay.
Can you come over here and show us the Zin real quick?
Yeah.
This is the show and tell portion of Guys We Fucked
Yay.
live. Thank you.
Again, 917.
He's dripping.
Oh, hey, lady. Okay, we got a text.
I don't even know how to open the Zin. Do you got to be on Zin to open it?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, these looks like
It's little. It looks like the refreshing, like when you're in a thing of vitamins.
like when you when you open a new purse.
Yeah, yeah.
It's at the bottom.
Do you
of
put it in between your tongue and your
No, I put it up here.
Oh, okay.
Where do you put it?
Up in your gums,
here.
like chewing tobacco.
Oh,
or
that
something.
doesn't seem healthy, Eric.
Nicotine
Sorry,
is an
I'm touching. My
addictive
hands are
chemical.
clean. I'm sorry, I'm
Get
touching
off
this.
for Zyn.
It says place in upper lip. Enjoy up to 1 hour, and then it just disintegrates, or do you have to spit it out?
You spit it out.
Okay.
Mm.
This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
How expensive are these?
Like $3.
Oh,
Well, that's not trustworthy.
yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, that makes me nervous. In New York, they're more expensive.
Okay. Well, yeah.
At
get used
Gas
to it.
Digital, they're free. If you want to come on in.
Yeah.
Had I known we had a Zyn addict out in the booth, I would have grabbed some for you yesterday.
Yeah, grab me a
Corinne, what
bunch
a
of
cunt.
citrus
What an
ones next
inconsiderate
time.
cunt.
Citrus, because I literally walked in and I was blinded by the Zyn.
It's really interesting to me to like look at how the youth is getting addicted to nicotine products that are not cigarettes. I mean, I guess it's all the fucking same, but the amount of the vapors I know that have never smoked a cigarette in their life, I'm like, damn, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I don't know, because I'll take like days off and I won't feel like the need.
That's what you say in the
to
beginning.
to go get them.
Of course, that's what it always. That's your red flagging your future addicted self.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's always in.
I was addicted to vaping for a while,
And you got off
I
it?
kicked that.
That's
Not
good.
too hard.
Okay, so yeah, sometimes you ebb and flow.
I was addicted to opiates also, and that
Oh,
was
that's
much
a hard
harder.
one, I've
Wow,
heard.
Eric's dropping some bombs.
Shit. Did you ever snort them?
No, I was just eating them.
How'd you?
I was 12.
How'd you get off of them?
You were 12?
Yeah.
Wait, how? Yeah, you what did you do? Kratom to get off of them?
No, I just I had to just go cold. I didn't know to get more.
Because you were 12.
12-year-old
Yes.
You were a child.
A
Yes.
12-year-old in
How did you
Milwaukee.
get them initially?
I broke my wrist and my hand and my elbow at the same time.
Doing
Oh,
what?
Skateboarding?
I was playing football,
Ugh.
and yeah, the doctor overprescribed me. He gave me like 120 pills or something.
To a child?
Yeah.
Well, he got a fun kickback for that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna read this.
Damn.
I'm gonna read this text. Hi, ladies. I'm a 31-year-old gal who's been working on herself for a while now, dating a 36-year-old guy that I moved to the Caribbean to be with. Ooh, that's fun. If you're gonna move for a guy, at least have him live in a
I
tropical
mean, not if you want like a
environment.
career though.
True.
Hope it's online.
She's a teacher at University of Phoenix. I visited this place and I fell in love with it and knew it was where I was meant to be before we met. Then meeting him made everything more magical. We dated long distance for several months, getting to know each other before I made the big decision to move. We live in a complex with a group of similar aged friends and all work towards individuals and shared goals and creating a lot of opportunities to live a great life here. He's the first guy I've actually fell in love with, but we're at different places in our healing/self-actualization work. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's not good. It can be tough at times to experience seeing how much healing he needs to do from having a pretty terrible upbringing. And we all got trauma, but he's got a lot. We haven't figured out how to fight yet. Yeah, it happens. Where we both want something the other isn't able to give in the moment. But at the same time, we're both able to apologize and next day usually work through it. When even when it's really tough or trust breaks. He struggles with addiction, but has been making a lot of progress with my help and his friends and has changed his habits a lot in a short period of time. I'm doing my own healing from an abusive past relationship and from suffering loss. I guess my question is, how do I remain patient while he works through his trauma and issues if I think it'll be worth it? Yeah, well, you're not going to know if it's going to be worth it until you see how he does.
There you
How
go.
do I not be pushy for him to change when I can see what work he should do because I feel like I have the answers? He's got to find them by himself and can get frustrated when he doesn't see what I'm saying. Yeah, but if he's not ready to hear the stuff on his healing journey, he's going to get pissed and you're going to get pissed. And then honestly, it's better to heal when you're alone.
Yeah, no one wants an instructor in their healing. Even if you are right, it's really obnoxious.
Yeah, and the only instructor should be like a trusted therapist that kind of allows you to that gives you space, you
Yeah.
know? How do I not be pushy for him to change when I see what work he should do? Should is,
Yeah.
we got to get rid of should out of our vocabularies because he's got to learn it on his own. Because I feel like I have the answers and can get frustrated when he doesn't see what I'm saying. Being a pretty big empath, it's hard for me to stand back in this area.
Oh,
so any tips are greatly
I'm just so
appreciated.
empathetic. It's hard for me not to show you the light. Get out of that mindset.
Yeah. I know you've uprooted your life. It seems like you wanted to be there anyway, which is great.
Yeah.
But
spend some time there by yourself.
yeah, alone in your own apartment. I think you should spend time apart. Is he seeing a therapist? Is he seeing a therapist? I hope he is, because you cannot, the healing cannot be riding on the back of your partner while you're doing it. Like, yes, a partner should be supportive, but that's on you. Like, I entered my current relationship when I was on the tail end of some major fucking healing that I had to do. And I kept my distance from my partner a lot of the time because I'm like, I don't want you involved in this. I don't want to be codependent. I don't want to slip into a codependent thing, you know? You know yourself best, but it's like, you got to let him learn on his own.
I would say, instead of you wondering, how can I, help him more through his healing, I think the way you can help him is like literally by like taking up a hobby, like start surfing or something.
Yeah.
Something that
just for you
can get really invested in, that will make you a better partner without instructing him on how to go through his healing process. Because yes, you have you're further along in your healing process, but your healing process is your healing process. It's not his healing process. Our healing processes are all unique, and you can't, when one of us gets into like a leadership role in a romantic relationship, it's headed for disaster or just weird.
You both have to be in charge
stuff.
of your own destinies while also simultaneously charging forward together.
Yeah.
Okay. Dear Corinne and Krystyna, disclaimer, this is an incredibly long text. Yes,
Okay.
it is, but that's okay.
Keep reading. I have to get water. I realize that's why I keep you on. I haven't drank water in like a long time.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You do?
Mm-mm. I'm fine. I don't need water.
I have a straw too.
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm 29 from Lancaster, PA. Oof, I'm sorry. No, Lancaster's pretty. I've seen both of you live many times. I'm a time listener. I've had this email in my draft for years and have updated it to bring it up to date.
Jesus.
I was going to take you back to October. I'm going to take you back to October 2018. I was 3 months out from a breakup and thought I was never going to meet another person as great as my last boyfriend. Spoiler, he wasn't that great. We already knew. I met Andrew, 28 at the time, at a bowling alley that night with my friends. That, my friends, is a Lancaster love story. She was engaged at the time, but seeking attention from any man who wasn't her fiance. That man was Andrew for the night. Is she meaning you?
Yeah, I think she started talking in third person.
Got it. Okay, cool. Long story short, Andrew and I started dating at the end of December, and I was head over heels for the first year of our relationship. He made me feel loved in a way I hadn't before. My love language is physical touch, and he had no problem fulfilling that for me. That's nice.
Men don't really seem to struggle with that a lot, even when you don't want it.
Something felt off the month before our first anniversary, and I just dismissed it as our relationship was changing. After 13 months of dating, we moved in together in January 2020. I know, dumb bitch move, but I was so sick of living alone.
No, I think after a year is fine.
A year is fine.
Yeah.
Anything less than a year, it's like,
It depends on your age, but I think at post 25 after a year is fine.
Yeah, and if you're in New York, after 8 months. But I was so sick of living alone. I'd been living alone for 5 years at that point. I mentioned a week or so after we moved in that I felt like we were just friends and not even good friends sometimes. Amir, that's not good. You go turn right now around, my friend, and move back out. A mere 3 weeks after we moved in together, he told me he wasn't sure about us anymore. Okay, so he was feeling it too. You were both feeling it.
Well, but sometimes, especially men, I hear freak out when like immediately after the cohabitation. So I think it's like a lot of times you have to work past that.
Oh, I didn't know.
I'm 100% would do that. I know.
This was after a big fight about Pelosi ripping up Trump's speech. I don't even remember that. Mind you, he claimed from day one that he didn't care about politics and didn't have a political party. Well, people change. At this point, he was frequently bringing up politics, defending Trump's actions all the time, listening to Alex Jones, now that's a red flag, and believing conspiracy theories over mainstream media. I am firmly liberal, have always been, always will be, and tried my best to reason with him, albeit I wasn't always the most patient.
You don't know you always will be, but I hear what you're saying.
Honestly, it just seems like common sense to me that you shouldn't support a hate-spreading, misogynistic, dumb fuck Oompa Loompa. A few days later, he comes back and says he made a mistake. He wants to stay together. He's sorry. I tell him, okay, but we need therapy. Another spoiler, he doesn't really want to do therapy. Again, not surprised.
Someone who listens to Alex Jones doesn't want to do therapy?
What?
What a crazy turn of events.
Insane. Shut up. You're lying to me. A month later, this time after the fight about him playing video games all the time, I had told him early on that it's been an issue for me in the past relationships, and he told me he wasn't into playing video games anymore, although he used to be obsessed when he was younger. He tells me again he's not sure about us. He thinks we're just going to continue to feel like friends, and we're not going to work long term. I'm not the one. He's bored. He's got feelings back for like a week after last time, and then they disappeared again. Okay, so hopefully we're listening and we're not with this person anymore.
Yeah, this is
but we'll
too
see.
wishy-washy.
I give him this whole list of reasons to stay. Why? Never give a person reasons to stay. If they don't want to stay, they're doing you a favor by leaving.
Krystyna,
What?
give me one reason to stay here and I'll turn this car around.
Tracy, shut up. I give him this whole list of reasons to stay. Relationship changes. It takes both work and both people have to put the effort in, etc. He doesn't come home for 2 nights. He's probably bowling. When he finally does, it's around midnight on a Sunday, and he breaks up with me. Okay, he did you a gift, even though it probably feels like that's not a gift. No gift should feel like that. I get it, but like long-term gift. 12 hours later, he's texting me saying there's something else he wants to talk to me about.
He's
Oh, no.
pregnant.
Uh-oh. He made a mistake. He wants to get back together. This guy sucks. This guy, can you give us his phone number so we can prank him?
This is
This guy
crazy.
sucks.
But also, you're putting up with this. I can't
I
even believe
know.
you let it get this
I know.
far.
He made a
This is
mistake.
wild.
He wants to get back together. Oh, it gets better. He's crying. He's saying he messed up. He loves me so much. I tell him we need therapy. He agrees to go.
Dude, you don't need. Okay, so
You need
this-
to break up.
Yeah, this is not okay. This is not behavior that therapy fixes. This is just you are not compatible.
Yeah, he sucks.
This guy is not ready for a relationship.
Correct. Yeah.
This is not.
It's not
therapy.
a puzzle.
Therapy
It's
is
not a puzzle.
a fucking solution for everything.
Yeah. I find a counselor. I find a counselor after bugging him to do it, but of course he never makes a single call to anyone. We start counseling. You could have left him 10 times already.
Yeah.
We start counseling. He seems to really want us to work. I start individual counseling. I literally cry every single session. I would cry too, girl.
That's not.
Sometimes
normal.
I cry and I didn't know why. I had so much, because you're with somebody you don't like.
Yeah.
Because I had so much anxiety about our relationship, just waiting for him to decide to leave again. Well, you could decide to leave first. It's the end of June when we had another big issue.
Oh, what a surprise!
Oh, you did?
How crazy.
I saw he was at his friend's house after work one day on Snapchat map. This isn't healthy. He doesn't tell me he went there. The
Yeah.
next day, I say something to him before he leaves for work. Tell him it's shady he didn't tell me. This is so toxic.
You might need to break up if you have to track your boyfriend on Snapchat map.
He says he was just there to help out their new IKEA furniture, put their new IKEA furniture together. I say, okay, I'll let it go. He texts me a few hours later and gets mad about calling him shady. That proceeds to accuse me of doing things without telling him. I try to change the subject, but he won't let it go. I eventually snowballs into him accusing me of cheating on him. Of course, that means he's cheating on you. I refused to answer him because I was so sick of the games. But you don't refuse to break up with him yet. Also, he always tried to get mad at me for something when I was originally mad at him. Yeah, it's called deflected. I obviously wasn't cheating on him. He doesn't come home for the next 2 nights. He's cheating on you. At the bowling alley. Things start getting ugly. Still over text, of course. I make another dumb bitch move. Well, your only dumb bitch move here is sticking with him. That's the only dumb bitch move you're making, is you continue to be with him.
This is like comical when we're reading this out that you let it go this far.
I make another dumb bitch move and decide to relocate some of his things as collateral for the rent he owes me. He calls the cops on me. This, again, a Lancaster love story. Long story, kind of short. This isn't short. We break up and he begs for me back again. Ooh, a pattern. And of course I give in. Another pattern. But decide not to tell my family and friends.
He called the cops on you.
And he doesn't tell his family and friends either. Because you're both doing something that's humiliating.
Yeah, wow.
He eventually leaves me again, and it sticks this time. My engaged friend that I mentioned earlier, married by this time, continued to respond to his texts to her after our final breakup, and that is part of the reason I distanced myself from her soon after.
I like that you immediately
What?
distance yourself from the friend, but you can't get away from this guy.
What? Girl, your priorities.
Whoa.
Gotta love yourself more.
Wow.
It's been 4 years. Yay. Okay, it's been 4 years. Okay. And I have not seriously dated again. You got to force yourself. I also gained a significant amount of weight from binge eating after the breakup. I think it's because you're disappointed in yourself that you would stick with a piece of shit for this long. Honestly, that's the thing. You have to come to terms and look at it honestly. You have to. Sometimes the honesty feels like it hurts, But once we get over that hurt, we stopped acting like a dumb bitch. Okay.
I also just want to take a moment to commemorate Eric's first on-air nose blow.
Yes.
Young Mike. We'll just call me. We should just call me Young Mike.
I've been turning the mic off.
I
Don't
know.
worry.
Yeah, you did.
That was
You
very
did.
sweet. Young Mike.
Gained a significant amount of weight from binge eating after the breakup. I don't feel comfortable enough in my body to date. Don't let this guy keep winning over you after 4 years.
Yeah, you need to go to therapy by yourself and get over this
And you need to
breakup.
Yes, you need to get healthy again and feel good in your body, and you're gonna be back to yourself in no time. But you need to do those things.
Because I agree with you. Don't start dating if you don't feel good in your own your own body. That's a waste of everyone's time. And also, you're not going to get the highest.
So I don't feel comfortable enough in my own body to date, and I don't trust myself enough to leave someone if I end up in another toxic relationship. Okay, these are good things to know about yourself.
I like it.
I've been in counseling for 4 years as well, and while my therapist always validates my feelings, maybe you need a new
Yeah, I was
therapist.
going to say new therapist.
And tries to boost my confidence. I just don't feel like I'm doing great, and could often find myself crying and in my head about how lonely life is. Okay, so if your therapist is still allowing this to be happening, you need a new therapist ASAP. Okay,
You're ruminating on this.
do you have any advice for how I can move on with my life and protect myself at the same time? Okay. Yes, you need to read the book The Untethered Soul. Okay, you need to read that book. You need to read. Or here, I'm going to give you some suggestions.
Guy Winch.
Guy Winch.
How to Fix a Broken Heart. You can read it or you can watch it. The 12-minute TED Talk is also great on YouTube.
Don Miguel Ruiz's The Four Agreements is a huge staple in my roster of books. You need to have a better relationship with yourself, because the second you actually love and respect and trust yourself, you will not dare. People that are toxic, that are going to try to fuck you over, are always going to come into your life. That will never change. The only thing that will change is how you react to it. Okay?
It's how well you play defense,
And the second you're right with yourself and you're honest with yourself and you treat yourself with respect, and you will be able to see that start happening in your life when you start eating better, you start exercising, and you start taking care of yourself. That will be your sign of like, oh shit, it's working. Then we go and date, okay? But until then, you have to get right with you. You have to get right with you, because these toxic people are going to keep coming into your life. And when you're not right with yourself, you are going to cave. Your instinct was correct. You are going to keep caving. When you are good with yourself, a toxic person coming into your life, you're going to laugh. You're not even going to get hurt. You're just going to go, oh, okay, this is who you are. See ya. And it's not going to bother you. That's how you know you've done the work.
Yeah, you let a guy who literally was never good completely knock you off your course.
Yeah, and you are way better than that. You deserve way better than that. Start acting like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta be a little tougher on yourself, but in a different way. You're kind of just sitting at home feeling bad for yourself. Just be like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I let this guy completely take over the past 4 years of my life. No siree, that ends today.
And a lot of times we can get really caught up with blaming the ex-partner for their behavior. But what really is happening is we are very angry with ourselves for being with that person for so long.
Sure,
and not
you
sticking
allowed
up for
it.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you need to work on building your reputation with yourself before you get back out in the dating game. And you know what? The good news is it's very doable. It doesn't have to be painstaking, and it doesn't have to be hard. You just have to do the work. My friend has told me that she wants to leave her husband of 10 years for a second time. She loves him, but she wants more from her marriage and doesn't feel like the relationship is capable of growing anymore. The last time she left, she dated a prisoner and consequently was fired from her job at the prison. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Wow. Wow.
That's hilarious. He was not a great guy. Oh.
No, it's just wow.
But she worked on the school side of the prison and saw potential in a lot of the people in the classes.
You can't date potential.
No, you cannot.
That's like the number one thing.
You
that
can
women
only
need
raise
to know.
it.
You can't you can't date potential. You have to fully like the person that you see in the moment and be comfortable knowing that they might not ever get better than that. If you're not comfortable with that level, move forward.
I gotta say, there's a lot of talk in our society nowadays about like opioid addiction, nicotine addiction, Adderall addiction. Like, it's great that we're all talking about this, but no one is talking about the most toxic addiction of all, and that is to hope.
Oh.
This episode of Guys We Fucked is brought to you by Zyn. Okay, so this was extremely out of character for her, and she has since grown from it and left him. When her husband requested another chance, she gave it to him. I don't like that wording. And almost a year later, she's back where she was 5 years ago. She has told me she is embarrassed to leave and loves him. She's embarrassed to leave? Why? Because she went back and people change their mind. It's okay. She wants to move on, but financially it is proving to be harder than she thought. How do I support her without being too harsh? I've been known to be too blunt about hard topics.
Okay.
I mean, you just got to let her do what she's going to do. Is she asking you for advice, or does she want to share her experience with you to just bounce it off of somebody so that she could hear how ridiculous? Sometimes you got to hear how ridiculous you sound.
Yeah, because if you're known for being blunt and she's directly coming to you after knowing you for a long time, she's asking for blunt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's fucking asking for it.
Yeah, even if she goes, "What? That's so mean." She knows she needs it.
Yeah, if
You know,
I wouldn't give her
just be
advice
blunt.
unless she asked for it. I agree, but like if she asks for it and she's asking it from you, give it in your signature style.
And then if it gets to be too much where she doesn't want advice from you, she just wants you to listen to her, you're going to eventually hit your breaking point with that, and you should tell her. And just be like, dude, this situation's making me crazy. You're in a prison cell, no pun intended, and the door to your prison cell is wide open and you refuse to walk out. And you come in here complaining that you can't get out of the cell. And all I'm trying to tell you is turn right round, door's open.
Yeah.
You could say that. You could show her this video if you're too chicken to do it. I get it.
It's kind of interesting. Do any of these people have careers that They feels like they are investing so much time. That's what
In
I
other
often,
people's lives.
That's what. Oh, and in
Well-
relationships, I often wonder about that. Like not even in a snarky way. Like I'm just like I go. I don't know that I have the time.
Well, maybe they have careers that are boring as hell.
I just don't
You
have
know,
the.
it has to be
I
that
don't
or
have the
something.
time to think about a relationship this much.
Yeah. Hey, gals, I need advice on how to feel less lonely. I've been single for 4 years, trying to date this whole time. I've lived alone with my dog and cat for 3 years. I enjoy being home alone and don't mind spending time by myself. I've even been on solo trips to Thailand, ooh, cool, and have another one booked for May in Europe. But I feel myself craving connection, both emotional and physical, of course. I haven't had sex in over 2 years, and not actual sex I was really into since my ex 4 years ago. I'm not one who can go out and sleep with anybody, unfortunately. Yeah, it sucks. I'm not either. I wish I was. And sometimes even find myself feeling resentful hearing about my friends' relationships. What else can I do to feel less lonely? I've been on so many first dates and talked with even more guys than that. But nothing seems to get past 1 or 2 dates. Well, there's a common denominator here, and it's you. I just don't know what you should work on. I don't have enough info. Not finding a connection with anyone and craving physical skin-to-skin touch is not something that is typical for me. But after this long, it's really hitting now. I don't know if you live in a major city, but you can hire a male prostitute. It's fucking great. I've done it, and it's awesome. But it's expensive. But my God, my experience. Now everybody's experience is different, but I will say my experience was incredible, and the fact that I knew that we weren't going to see each other after that and it was totally fine made me come so hard.
And then if you don't want to hire a male prostitute,
That's on you.
You can also get a massage. I
yeah.
think people
Physical
for
touch.
Yeah, like if so it's a nice dupe if you are especially if you're someone who can't have like casual sex. I think you'd be surprised how soothing, and this is something I did especially during COVID, soothing and needed human touches. And I don't even like human touch that much, but like there was a point that I got to where I was like, I need human touch again. And massages were really, really helpful. And they don't have to be expensive. Like there's usually places where you can get them for like $40 for an hour. And then it's also good for your physical health. So that's part one. And then part two, like I think if you're failing with connection in the relationship sphere, perhaps give it a rest for a second and crave connection in something else. Like, are you really into like a certain type of celebrity or a band? Can you join a book club? Something like that where you are around like-minded people that you can feel that's an easier connection than a romantic connection. Start there and then build from there. Because you can, it's like getting the two things that you need, but instead of getting them from one place in the form of a romantic relationship, you're starting by getting them in two places, and then you can ease into the romantic relationship. Because again, like it's kind of like a joke that doesn't work, right? Like if a joke doesn't work continuously, you put it aside and maybe you go back to it in 3 months, 6 months, a year. And then a lot of times, if the joke was meant to work, it will end up working then. You just need to rest it.
Yeah.
So I think you can do the same thing because you're probably frustrated.
You need a break from the frustrations of dating too, because that will recalibrate your energy. And feeling good about yourself, like whatever makes you feel good. If it's like working out, being physical, get a hair like that, but just for you, not for not to go out there and date, but like just look hot. Like I love looking hot for me. It's really fun and it makes me feel, it could kind of take me out of a rut. Also volunteering volunteering for an animal shelter or a homeless organization or something like youth outreach, or go to see if your local hospital has a victim advocate program. Volunteering is a way to have a connection with yourself, but a connection to other humans that you've never met before that's very deep, and it's very rewarding, volunteering. There's like no negative side effects to volunteering your time and being of service to others.
There you go.
Yeah, that's pretty good advice. I hope it helped. Hey, ladies, I don't need advice, but I'm giggling at the zins. My boyfriend does them and sometimes tries to make out with me when he does. And when he has one in it, and he gives me a nice little nicotine buzz. Whoa, there's a lot of nicotine in that. If kissing somebody with it, do you not
6 milligrams?
Do not recommend. I don't. How much nicotine does a cigarette have?
Like
Thank you for the laugh.
1.5.
Oh my god, and that has 6 milligrams.
Yeah,
oh my god, I'd vomit.
They had
And I smoke.
They had 9 milligrams in Copenhagen.
Okay. I found a condom in my boyfriend's trash can. When I asked him about it, he said that he likes to masturbate into condoms sometimes.
Could be true.
Yeah.
Really?
I've actually heard that too.
Yeah.
Really? Wait, okay. I really have no
Did she
inkling
smell
that
it?
he's cheating. Is this normal for guys
It also
to do? I'm learning something new today.
Doesn't it help you stay erect if you're having if you're having sex with a partner in condoms? I've had some heard of guys doing that.
Really?
Yeah, because if you're beating off too much, you can rub the nerve endings off your penis.
Mhm.
Oh, cute. Men, don't do that. Okay, so have you jerked off into a condom?
When I was like 16,
Okay.
Also, Eric, did you smell it, or who said that?
I said,
That's a very fair question.
Did she smell the condom?
No, I don't know if she did, but that's a really good question.
I like that. That's our
Something's
advice.
Going on, let me smell your dick.
I
One of
also
my
thought of
favorite
that
songs.
song.
Beautiful song. And if anybody has the access to the sheet music, I've been trying to find it for 10 fucking years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's if you don't have an inkling that he's cheating, women are all psychic. We're all, I mean, so are men too, but like women just have more access to their abilities. And if you don't have an inkling that he's cheating, I would say he's probably not then. Because if you did have an inkling and you saw that, I'd be like, uh-oh, someone got some explaining to do. But if I saw a condom in my boyfriend's trash can, I would just be like, what's that?
I've heard of masturbating into a condom before.
Because then he can give you an
I
answer.
would also hope if they're cheating, they're doing a better job of it. But I would never put that past men.
Yeah, no, men will leave the underwear of the other woman on the keyboard of your laptop. That's never happened to me, but I just wouldn't put it past any man to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, women are way better at cheating. Okay, so I hope writer, that you get to the bottom of that, and yeah. Okay. Do you guys have any more questions? Oh, wait. I had do not disturb on, but that doesn't mean. Okay, we can take one more call if you want. 917-300-0833. Or we could say adieu. And Eric could take us in, and we'll all go home. Okay. Okay. Hi, Corinne, Krystyna. Love the podcast. I listened to the bonus episode today, and I too am struggling with my partner not being interested in sex. We used to have sex most days, sometimes multiple times a day. But a year ago, I got pregnant, which obviously changed things, which I get. I am now 5 months postpartum, and I'm yearning for physical connection with my partner. We have had sex a couple of times since our daughter was born, but last few times before getting to it, our daughter would wake up and start crying, which completely takes us both out of the mood. Now he doesn't even try. I didn't bring it up with him, and he essentially said it's not worth it because he would rather just not than be interrupted. I kind of get, as much as I want to fuck all the time, I totally get that. I understand where he's coming from, but I'm really struggling with the lack of physical connection. Is there something I should do? Is this something I should just accept as a circumstantial blip in our relationship, or should I push more for my need? I mean, my initial response to this is, you cooked that baby in your body for 9 months. Mm-hmm. You pushed that baby or had that baby surgically removed out of your body, and you are recovering, and you need some physical touch and sexual encounter with your baby daddy to regain your relationship with yourself or to regain trust with it doesn't matter why. Sex is a physiological need. I would make that known. I would make that very clear and be like, dude, because I think it's maybe rare to want to fuck 5 months postpartum. And if you do, sick. We have heard stories where like the guy doesn't see his wife the same after she gives birth. I don't have any sympathy or empathy for that.
That's a heavy part of the plot with Elvis and Priscilla Presley.
Are you serious?
Elvis was a dick. Yeah. Elvis was a bad dude.
Priscilla was also like 14
when they met.
Yeah, but he waited till she was 17.
Yeah, they didn't fuck until she was like an appropriate age.
What
he
a
was
hero,
basically
huh?
he was basically dating other women in Hollywood while he was grooming her.
I am of the mindset, and again, I've never been pregnant, I've never had a baby, so I'm giving you advice on a situation that I've never been a part of, except for like being sexually frustrated, yes. But I'm like, girl, you did all this work to make this baby get here. All he did was go into your vagina, okay? Which that's part of the work, but my God, did you carry the load for a long time. Now be a fucking trooper, husband, and fuck me, okay?
Yeah, he needs to try a little harder.
He needs to, I don't want to say man up.
He's acting like a little
But
baby.
come on.
He needs to be an adult.
Yeah. And like you have needs. And
To
like
me, man up is not gender specific. It's age specific. It's being
yeah.
a man is not the opposite of being a woman. It's the opposite of being a boy.
I would say push for your needs, writer. Push for your needs.
When do they get a babysitter?
Yeah, I mean, 5 months is, I don't know. Again, I don't know how this works with babies, like when you're comfortable leaving them or what. But like maybe if your parents live nearby.
Yeah, 5 months you can leave them with someone else for sure.
Yeah, I don't know the rules, but yeah. Ugh, now I don't want to have a baby. I hope that helps.
Babysitter planned sex night. That can work.
Yeah, you deserve it, and he should get it up for you. That is his husbandly duty.
And then you guys can also like go out to dinner and stuff, you know, because I
flirty. Go on a date.
It's a common like issue that, especially for moms, that once you become a mom, you kind of lose touch with the other parts of yourself, especially your sexuality. So maybe that would help you to feel that within yourself as well. I don't know if you've lost it, but it's just a common thing that I've been reading a lot about lately.
Yeah. All right, guys. That concludes our live.
Thanks for spending your lunchtime, etc. with us. This has been Guys We Fucked, the anti-slut shaming YouTube live stream. We're here about once a month, usually the last Wednesday of the month.
If you're in New York City, Thursday, next Thursday, March 7th, Corinne and I, and we'll be joined by Eric Freddy for the first time on our live event. We'll be doing one of the last Midnight Theater residency shows for a while. So get your tickets to that. There's a lot of them left.
And then also Washington, D.C. If you're in Washington, D.C., I'm headed there with Chloe the Branch tomorrow, which is Thursday, February 29th through Saturday, March the 2nd. Make sure to get tickets at the D.C. Comedy Loft. You can get them from the D.C. Comedy Loft website. You can get them via the Linktree link in my profile at Philanthropy Gal, or you can get them at CorinneFisher.com. So many ways to get them. We'll see you there. 1 show tomorrow, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Have a great rest of your week. We love you so much. Bye.
You off for the live?